Here comes Heartbreak City letting down with a beautiful run too. Up the middle of the course, and El Mandan joins in. Heartbreak City and El Mandan race up to Hartnell. They look for free from Melbourne Cup. It's Heartbreak City, El Mandan on the outside. They've paired down to fight it out. Heartbreak City the inside and El Mandan on the outside. El Mandan and Heartbreak City. What a finish to the Melbourne Cup. El Mandan putting his nose in front of Heartbreak City. They hit the line. El Mandan won it by a very narrow margin from Heartbreak City. 5 lengths away was Hartnell third.
Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Second. I don't care. I don't care. This is the Melbourne Cup. I don't care. We came here. We finished second. We would have been happy with last. Yeah. What a run it was by your horse, eh? Hey, that was a great run.
Well, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti, and this is our special Melbourne Cup edition at 8:15 on, I don't know, Monday night, isn't it, Pete? This time, drinking beer with all the owners.
Ginger ale. How's that? How's that bit of vision, Darren, that led us in? Heartbreak City and those mad Irishmen.
Look, 2016, Heartbreak City, what a horse. Probably great fun we had with those mad Irish guys. We're still in touch with them. We race a horse in Ireland together called Melburnian. The half to Heartbreak City hasn't reached anywhere near those heights, but she'll just want to stay in touch with those guys because they're such good fun. But look, 2016, Pete, halfway down the straight, I just was in shock. And that fire still burns, mate. The last couple of years haven't been super, but with Jacoby running third, Dandino running an unlucky fifth, Heartbreak City second, some other nice performances of 7th and 9th, but no runner this year, Pete. No runner. It's only, what you say, our second time in 10 years.
Yeah, we've fell in with COVID where we've locked down. Our horses are locked up, but we'll be back next year because we'll have a few, hopefully a few irons in the fire, Darren. But I look at that vision with Neil Carney and I just still wonder whether he's recovered. His eyeballs were just about shooting out of his head when Big Aiden launched at him. What did he say? I don't care. We've ran second. I don't care. I don't care. It's folklore, that.
Well, look, just to explain to people out there, we did not buy a horse for this year. We had Southern France and we thought he might make it, but he's just a couple of weeks out of it, so he's probably maybe for the zipping at Sandown. But I didn't go and buy one this year, Pete. When COVID came out, I was a bit reluctant to spend up on a horse for the Cup. We did have a go at Sir Dragonet, as most people would know, but we didn't have enough money there. But to spend a lot of money not knowing whether the internationals were going to be able to come, whether there was actually going to be a Melbourne Cup, and then thirdly, I guess we didn't know whether the owners could go. So I guess 2 out of the 3 things are happening. The internationals are here, the race is going ahead, but unfortunately no owners will be on track. So I just felt back in March, April when we had to do this, it would be best to wait. And if Southern France didn't make it, well, that's fine. We'll sit out this year and we'll go again next year.
Yeah, makes sense. It was, as you said, a big risk, a lot of money, not knowing what was going to unfold. And look, as it is now, it's ownerless Melbourne Cup. We'll be all sitting in our lounge rooms watching.
Yeah, it's very strange feeling. I'm still caught up in it. Like, I'm still excited by it, and I think most of our owners are. It's Flemington, but for us, it's not necessarily just about the Cup and the race. It's about that journey of the horses arriving, going down to quarantine, participating in all the functions that go on leading up to the Cup, and being at Crown tonight and Crown or wherever we were tomorrow night, and just being together and just having a great time, really, and talking about who's betting what and how much everyone's lost, and how much everyone's drunk.
Yeah, and I think that Werribee connection is good too. Like we go down quite a few different mornings. It's an early start, but as you get closer, you get to the Saturday, the last gallop, you catch up, you hand out a few caps, you work out where you're all going to be and where you're going to grab tickets. That whole build-up to that Tuesday morning, if you haven't been involved in it, you don't know what you're missing out on, because it It's a big thing for any racing person. The Melbourne Cup's the race.
So tomorrow, Pete, how will you spend Cup Day personally?
Personally, I think I've got kids home because there's no school. The old days I would have grabbed the form guide out when the paper boy threw it over the fence, but that's a thing of the past. So the laptop will open up. Well, obviously we've got our tipping comp too, Darren. So Melbourne Cup tomorrow for the owners, that comp's still going. So there'll be a bit of collating there.
Yeah.
My multis have been going on for the last 3 or 4 months into my selection in the Melbourne Cup, so there's no need to have a bet tomorrow. I don't know. I think Beck's working. I'm not sure. Beck's working. TV will be on at probably 10:30 because the first race is generally early, and it'll stay on until 6 o'clock, whenever the last is. And obviously we've got a runner ourselves in the last race, so
Yes.
serious suspect.
Serious suspect going around in the last race.
Yeah, so
Start
the
the
whole
sun.
day it'll be from the kitchen to the lounge room and not much in between. Bit of racing.
Well,
You've got to
my
walk.
day will
haven't you?
start at 6 a.m. Yeah, my day will start at 6 a.m. I'll get up because we'll have no staff apart from Tom and Shelley. So we'll get up and feed the horses at 6. We'll load Chloe under onto the truck at 8 a.m. and I'll head off to Ngambie. She's got a visit with I'm Immortal. And then I should be back here by 2. And then I've got a filly I've got to run down to Melbourne. And I should be back by 4. And then I'll jump in the car and catch up with Liz and Peter and Sandy and Cole down in Geelong. And I guess I'll be pouring them into the car and bringing them home sometime Tuesday night.
So they're not missing out. Yeah, you've got a busy day, so you'll be watching the race on your phone.
I'll be driving along the Hume Highway, listening on the radio, I guess. But anyway, that's good. Now, just what's going to happen in this show, just give you a bit of a heads up. We've come up with this couple of novel ideas this week. We've got a ATB Trainers Melbourne Cup tipping competition. So we went out to all the trainers who've got an ATB's got a horse with, and we asked them to select their Melbourne Cup winner and their danger, who was the hardest one to beat. So we got 24 trainers to come back to us, Pete. And I'd say about 18 of them were able to read the instructions clearly and give us a winner and a danger. But there was a few there that attention to detail was questionable. So they didn't come up with a danger. So I put their danger in for them.
It's called fill the spot.
And you'll put that sheet up in this segment.
Yeah.
And people can just, for what it's worth, just to see what Tony McAvoy, Lindsay Smith, David Eustace, Phil Stokes, all our trainers, Archie Alexander, what they came up with and what their likes. And it was very interesting, Pete. I think I worked out of the 24 runners, there was 12 horses that no one even mentioned. So
All right.
I might just back all them. I might back all them.
And look, obviously good luck to some of our trainers too. We've got Mars, we've got runners, Danny O'Brien and Paul Prushka. Obviously there's a lot. Hoping Paul can get the job done. And excuse me, I'd have probably missed some there. I'm not. Who else has got runners? Probably out of that lot, probably the 3.
Mick Price has got a runner.
Price, yeah.
Mick Price, but he didn't tip his own horse, so that's interesting. So he gives it no hope. But a bit of fun.
We'll wait till later and we'll pop them all up for everyone to have a look at.
Call them up and you can have a look for interest. We've also got a phantom call at the end and we're running a competition, Pete, which you'll go into in a sec, for the owners that can email in just to give you something more work to do. A bit of a sweep. And the winner of our ATB sweep, if whoever gets the winning horse, they'll get a $500 gift voucher to spend on an ATB yearling.
Beautiful. Yep. So, young Dane Barry has been kind enough to do the Melbourne Cup call for us, who's the nephew of Weary. A lot of you would have heard his calls across the last few years. And he's gone from the 13-year-old with the squeaky voice to a little bit more manly voice now, Darren.
Yeah, well, he's a gun, and I'm looking forward to listening to that. Well, we're going to run through the field, Pete, and we're going to go through it really quickly with just a one-liner on what you think of their chance and what I think of their chance.
Yep.
And then see how far off we are. So
Right
you
on.
can read them out, make your comment, and then I'll make my comment.
Anthony Van Dyke, probably one of the more classier horses in the field. 2,400 is as far as he's gone, and I'm a bit concerned about what might be a firm track. Definitely each way chance, but yeah, question marks.
I'd love to own him.
Says it all. Avilius, $51, probably past his best. Has been racing well, but I think there's better chances.
Leave me out.
Last year's winner, Vow and Declare, also $50. Hasn't really struck form. I'd be steering around him. He has drawn 4. Jamie Mott gets his first ride in the Cup, but better chances, I think.
Good luck, Jamie.
Master of Reality was right up there in the finish last year. He's first up, went back overseas and has got some good strong form. Know one thing, he'll run the 2 miles. At $21, he's probably one of those that you'd be throwing in the exotics.
Runs well.
So Dragonet, Cox Plate winner. I think the concern's going to be how firm the track might be. There's no doubt about him. Well, I don't think there'll be any doubt about him running the trip, but I'm just concerned with how hard this track might get for the horses like him.
Word is his improved sense of Cox Plate. Big danger.
Twilight Payment, around $26. Joseph O'Brien's, John McNeil rides. Yeah, look, he's 8-year-old. I can't see him winning.
Sneaky chance.
Very elegant. One of my top 4 or 5 players. Brilliant mare. I suppose the trip is the question. Brought a little wide, but look, she's tough. Goes on top of the ground and in the wet. Each way.
Firm track scares me off.
Mustajir. Yeah, better chances.
Better chances.
Next, Stratum Albion. Stratum Albion, Willie Mullins' horse. It's been mixing. I think this is the one that's been mixing jumps and God knows what. Not that that's nothing wrong with that, Darren, but oh look, he's a rough chance. Only rough.
It'll kill me if it wins because I was offered this horse 2 years ago and said no.
Well, better lose. What, Dashing Willoughby, Michael Walker, gate 19. Yeah, another international making up the numbers, I'd say.
Wide gate makes it hard.
Ran last in the Caulfield Cup. Hard to see it proven to win. Finch, I think he's one horse that'll, he'll be round about. I don't know if he can win, but he'll be in the finish there somewhere.
He'll be in the top 8.
Prince of Arran, Jamie Carr on. Do we get a repeat Barrier 1 female Michelle Payne type scenario? Ran 2nd and 3rd the last 2 years from gate 1. Doesn't spend any petrol. Loves Australia. Got to be a huge chance.
I give it a great chance.
My selection, Surprise Baby, now into $8 and almost equal favourite with Tiger Moth. Only had 2 runs since last year's unlucky run. Trainer, so it's matured from gate 7. Won't have 20 in front of it this year. Might only have 10 in front of it. And yeah, look, if it gets even, luck should be in the finish.
I'd love to see it win for Paul. I think it's a massive chance. I don't know what's going to happen here. If it wins, trainers are only going to race their horses every 3 months. And if it gets beat, he's going to look like a mug. I give it a super chance.
King of Legrand's, obviously similar sort of form lines over the past 12 months as Surprise Baby. Adelaide Cup winner. It's $61. And up until its Geelong Cup run, it hadn't shown much, but I think $1 each way, it just seems big odds with Damien Lane on. It has drawn wide, but not totally hopeless.
I've gone around it.
Russian Camelot stablemate, $13. This is a typical weight for age, what do you call it, program. Now comes back into a handicap, drops 3 or 4 kilos on all its runs. Cox Plate run was enormous. Its other runs have been good. It runs 2 miles. It's got to be in the finish.
They tell me it needs cutting the ground. If it runs the 2 miles, it'll be right there.
D. Oliver on. Steel Prince. It's got form around Surprise Baby. It's $41. And the Wizard from the West, Pike. Can't see it winning, but might be one for the first fours, etc.
Geelong Cup winner. They normally run well in this. Finish in the first half.
The Chosen One, 3rd in the Caulfield Cup. Daniel Stackhouse on for Baker and Forsman. Again, you know, it's one of those ones in that $30 to $50 bracket that you'd play in the trifectas and first fours.
I left it out of my top 6, so it probably kills my first 4.
Ash Run, who won the Lexus and got a ticket in. Drawn Gate 24. Andreas Waller. Declan Bates got called up. It's $23. I just don't know where it gets to from Gate 24, but it's going to finish in front of more than finish behind it, I think.
Impressive on Saturday. Andreas Waller is the only international trainer that's bothered to come to Australia this year. Tells you something. Horse looks super Saturday. Yeah, 24 makes it hard, but gee, it was impressive.
Warning, 50 to 1. Anthony Friedman, Luke Curry, Gate 8. Slowly finding a little bit of form, but it's hard to see it winning.
I thought it was a massive chance in the Caulfield Cup, and it was probably average. I've gone around it.
Yep. Etta James, one of Mars. Billy Egan, $70. Gate 22, you would think it needs a miracle.
Agree.
Tiger Moth, current favourite, has drawn 23. Goes into the race with 2 wins and 2 seconds from 4 starts. Aidan O'Brien, this is the one that they think's got under the handicapper's guard with 52.5. What's his name? Karen McAvoy going for 4 cup winners. Super chance. Again, firm track, but it has one on the firm.
This will be its 5th race start. Comes out of Gate 23. The biggest question is, will it run the 2 mile? I think if it runs the 2 mile, it'll win easy. But don't be surprised if it doesn't.
I think that's the query. Yep. Ocean X, Dean Yendel on. Mick Price, drawn 17. Got the free ticket in through the Andrew Ramsden earlier in the year. Was a reasonable run in the Moonee Valley Cup, went 3rd, but I don't think that's strong enough to be winning.
Mick Price and Mick Kent Jr. didn't tip it. That says it all.
Miami Bound, another of O'Brien's, $34, Daniel Moore. She was the Oaks winner from last year. Found a bit of form at the Valley the other day. Again, it just fits into that $30 bracket that you might be able to find somewhere in your exotics, but not for me.
Interesting runner. Interestingly enough, Pete, 2 of our trainers tipped this horse on top to win the Cup.
There you go.
So, sneaky chance.
And to round it out, Persan, who found his way in via the Bar Cummings. This horse basically has done all this in one prep, and it's been a great effort to get him to the race. Drawn 20. He's around the same $30 mark, but look, he's got to probably improve again off the Bar Cummings, and I can't see that happening.
Yeah, he won't run hopeless, but maybe next year.
Yep. So that's the 24 runners, Darren. We've
all right, give me your top 6.
My top 6, Surprise Baby, very elegant. a Prince of Aaron, Finch, Russian Camelot, and Tiger Moth.
I like Surprise Baby from Anthony Van Dyke, Prince of Aaron.
Yep.
Tiger Moth if it runs the trip. And I'm throwing in 2 roughies, Twilight Payment and Miami Bound.
Beautiful. And Miami Bound. Well, there you go.
That probably means nothing to anyone.
You put a line through all those horses and work around the rest.
Now, if you want to take a few omen bets, you know we love Camelots. There's 3 in the race. Sir Dragonet, Russian Camelot, and King of Lee Grants. That could be a sneaky Camelot trifecta. Or, if you want to take a first 4, chuck in all the horses that are trained by someone called O'Brien. There's 8 of them. Can the O'Briens get the first 4?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And at odds.
At odds.
And if
And
you want
watch out
to
for Lloyd. How many cups has Lloyd won?
5, I think it is.
You can box up all his.
Yeah, there's
You
another
can
one.
box all his up.
Hey, to be fair, considering everything, it's probably, like I want to say, we've had stronger cups probably, but geez, it's come up pretty good though, hasn't it? A lot of chances, a bit of strength.
It's
There's some
even.
really good horses in it.
I think the real question here is what's going to happen if the track's firm? It's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow. Are the Internationals going to handle it if it's firm? Are they going to put enough water on it? Is it going to dry out too quick? Is the favourite from 23 going to run the 2 mile? Is Anthony Van Dyke going to run the 2 mile? A lot of questions are going to be answered. Can Surprise Baby win 3rd up? Can Sir Dragonet back up its Cox Plate form? And where will all Lloyds finish? They've all been trained for the race. He's won 5. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks on a lot of horses. I love the ones that, you know, can run 2 mile.
I think you're going to have 6 picks and miss it.
Well, I'm probably about to prove that, Darryl, with my 6 selections.
Now, tell us about your sweepstakes.
Yeah, so what you need to do at the end of this, there's a bit of vision of Surprise Baby, final track work with Craig Williams, and across the top of that, it's going to be young Dame Barry's Melbourne Cup call. Now, all you have to do is simply email me his trifecta across the line in the Cup. So right up until midday, I'll take everyone that's got the correct trifecta. We'll put them in a barrel. There's more than 24. Only 24 will be drawn out against a horse. If you don't get an email from me, you've missed out. But if you get an email, you'll be emailed with a horse that we'll draw out of the barrel. And as we said, the winner will get a $500 voucher to come off any purchase of any ATB horses going forward. So,
All right, so that closes at 12.
Yep.
And you've got to watch listen to the Phantom Call.
Phantom Call and just flick through the trifecta.
Well, does that wrap it up, Pete?
I think so, Darren. Yeah, obviously, well, maybe just a couple of minutes on our horses. Serious Suspect. Obviously, first up, he hasn't always been up to the mark first up, but I see there's been a bit of money for him, $26 into 17. So we got that to look forward to.
Last time he ran second first up, I think Dean Yendall might have rode him.
Yep.
And he was probably just a bit unlucky not to have won first up last time. So
that was
he loves
1100.
Flemington.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves Flemington. It's 1200. It's a listed race. Yeah, he's $17. Very open. Gay Waterhouse has got the favourite. Yo Dash.
Yeah.
$4.80. So Cummings has got the second favourite. So look, he's over the odds. The reports are he's been working well. Saab's happy with him. He's nervous. Yep. He's talking at 100 mile an hour, so you know the horse is on song. I think he took him to Moonee Valley and galloped him on Breakfast with the Stars because he couldn't get him away from Flemington. You know, he's he's a chance to run top 6 there.
Yeah.
He was pretty happy with. What about Oaks Day?
Yeah, well, Moneybags never made that field, the country series, but he's in the 1800 metre benchmark 90. D Lane stays on, which is good. But he's big odds. He's around $26 in that field. I haven't studied the field strongly, but look, he loves Flemington. He struck some sort of form at Geelong. The jump from 14 to 18, maybe a little concerned without sort of a run in between. But yeah, look, he'd be round about, Darren, I think.
Yeah, $23. Favourites $4.40. So, firm track. That's what he likes. 1800. That's probably the question mark.
Yeah, it is.
We need to wait and see.
Yeah, and obviously my shiny choice drew gate 3 in the $500,000 race, but I just wish it was 1400 for him. But from gate 3, Dean will have him hopefully somewhere near the lead, but maybe just off the pace to give him every chance to try and run the mile.
It's interesting, Pete. He's $17, which you'd think, oh yeah, he's rough, but the Teakle favourites are $9.
Yeah, that's how open it is. Yeah,
$9. So it's anyone's race.
It's amazing because nearly every horse.
I know.
It's the first time I reckon every horse that qualified actually has taken their spot. Like there was no spots for horses outside finishing 1-2. So everyone's having a crack at that $500,000. And of course we've got Collectible. She's big odds in her, the famous bracelet. She's about $70.
Yep, she's the roughest. $70. She's given no chance. Well, got Willie Pike on, and the bloke that rode her in Adelaide last time gave her no chance. So
I tell you, some of her best runs have been at Flemington.
There's only 12 in it. Maybe Matthew de Kock's got some influence down there at Cranbourne, and he might be the difference.
Let's hope so. They need a stir up down there. No, yeah, so that's it. I think Motley Prince runs that night. That day, sorry, at Pakenham.
Right, on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, Thursday.
And those who are wondering, Periscope, he's been saved for Thursday as well. Friday, is it?
Yeah, maybe he may even look at Hamilton, I think, as if not Friday, but yeah. Good decision. Good decision to go. It'll be 35 at Echuca, and it'll be like the highway, the track up there. So save him for another day. Oh, well.
All right. Well, happy Melbourne Cup Day, everyone. Have a great day. Enjoy the racing from the comfort of your home. And I hope you've all backed plenty of winners. I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morgani signing off to listen to the Phantom Call of this year's Melbourne Cup. Stay tuned and don't forget to enter our sweeps competition.
Go the baby.
Oh, buddy. So we're on board Surprise Baby this morning in preparation for this year's Melbourne Cup, which is in 7 days. We're down at the Horsham. Got two of Paul Pushka's stable horses in front. First in the black is Holly McHegney, and Christine Paul's in the pink. We'll do 3 laps. So the first one, just a warm up. Then we'll start our work. And then we'll do a cool down lap. That's a boy. He's very fresh in the yard when I went to get on him. Once he got out in the track, he started to cool down, relax and get into a nice rhythm. Really looking forward to this as being his final piece of work before Tuesday's Melbourne Cup, which is 7 days out. Oh, buddy, that's a boy. It's a really tight track, this track, but beautiful surface, plenty of grass cover where we're working. We just get the ducks off the track. There we go, bit of wildlife. Now we're into the home straight. Good boy.
Barton Melbourne brings up the rear. 600 metres left to run. And Master of Reality still leads the Melbourne Cup field. Out by a length on the stablemate Twilight Payment in second. Finch is third. Dashing Willoughby is fourth. Followed by Etar James behind them. And then came Vow and Declare nearby the home corner. And then came Perzan, Steel Prince, Prince of Aaron. And then the chosen one, Worcestershire, Warning. Sir Dragonade, the Cox Plate winner, is on a wider run looking up toward the lead from Ocean X. And then Russian Camelot, Very Elegant hooking wider. So's Miami Bound as they're on the swing for home. And then came King of Lear Grant, Avilius to the outside with Tiger Moth. Surprise Baby is the widest runner, well into the straight. Master of Reality is joined now by Finch on the outside and a Prince of Aaron. Prince of Aaron stashed to the lead from Steel Prince. Russian Camelot from the back, and then came Anthony Van Dyke. Very Elegant, very wide with Surprise Baby. Prince of Aaron joined by Russian Camelot and Very Elegant on the outside. Russian Camelot joined by Very Elegant. Surprise Baby late. Very Elegant took the lead. Surprise Baby down the outside. A popular winner. Surprise Baby won the cup. Second, Very Elegant. Third, Russian Camelot. Then came Prince of Aaron, followed by Steel Prince. Then came Anthony Van Dyke, Tiger Moth, followed by Finch. And then came Warning, followed by Sir Dragon A. Ashrun. Followed then by King of Lear Grant, Stashing Willoughby, Miami Bound, Twilight Payment. Followed then by Vow and Declare, Avilia, Stratum, Albion, Master of Reality after leading from Perzan, Etar James, the chosen one, Ocean X, Mustaji was last. Surprise Baby is the winner of the 2020 Lexus Melbourne Cup Phantom Race Call.
That's a boy.